Yo, it's your boy Untucked22, man, back at you with another video. Okay, so I know this video here might throw off the vibe of a lot of the other videos that's been a part of the series, but it's something that I had to get off my mind, you know what I'm saying? I had a lot of different random thoughts on my mind. And by the time you see this video, this might be attempt number 75 of me trying to do this. And I want to be able to get the whole idea out in one video. Basically, we have a lot of people in this world, right? Everybody has their own ideas, you know what I'm saying? Their own moods, their own feelings, their own passions in life that they have, right? Everybody has their own way of thinking, right? We have a rule. There's a rule that, you know, that's supposed to be a part of people's life. It's not one that you have to follow, you know what I'm saying? It's not, nobody's enforcing on you. Nobody's saying like, oh, if you don't do this junk, you're going to jail, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling you that. It's not one of the rules that you have to do, but it's one that if you follow behind it and everybody will follow behind it at the same time, will probably raise the quality of life. That probably will help out. And that is to treat people the way that you want to be treated. A lot of people claim themselves to be givers, you know what I'm saying? To me, there's not that many true givers that's ever been born in this world, like all time. When I think of a true giver, I think of somebody like Gandhi, or I think of somebody like Martin Luther King, just to say a couple of names, you know what I'm saying? And I know I didn't know their whole life, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there with them day after day, but I knew what they stood for. I knew what they died for, you know what I'm saying? What the concept that they want, the kind of change they want to make. And it wasn't like they did it for any selfish reason. It just did it for the betterment of the next person beside you. You know what I'm saying? And that is a true definition of giving yourself, you know what I'm saying? They didn't do it to help themselves, they did it to help the people around them. They didn't ask the people around them to try to help them do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? All they did was just spoke to them. That's all they did. They just talked to me. It was your own choice to listen. And they took whatever consequences would come from them speaking their mind and trying to bring people together, alright? A lot of people claim to be givers, like oh, I give all of myself to everybody, man. Nobody ever gives nothing back to me. Well, you can't say you give to people and then say the word what they give to me. Give means to give. Like I don't even know a better definition to give you than that. That is to take something and just pass it on. That's like my best definition of giving. Then you have take. Taking is like when somebody gives you something, you take it from them, you know what I'm saying? Or you take something, you know, stealing is taking, you know what I'm saying? I feel like me personally, I am a true giver, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't feel like a lot of these people have been born over the whole course of the earth, because if that was the case, I don't feel like the earth would be the way it is, and we wouldn't have so many different people feeling down about themselves all the time. I could really care less about what I take back from people. If they choose to give me something and they really want to, I will take it as, okay, this is what you want to do for me, so I will take that from you, you know what I'm saying? And I really do appreciate those kind of things. It could be the smallest stuff ever. I appreciate a lot of little things that somebody could do for me more than something on a grand scale, to be honest with you, because that's just me. But with that being said, there's like different things that happen to people that make them feel depressed. And like what the kind of things that causes depression is usually like when nobody listens to you, you know what I'm saying? Nobody hears you out, nobody really understands where you're coming from, or nobody tries to, you know, or nobody accepts you. Those kind of things that happen, that can cause depression, you know what I'm saying? There's different people in the world who have like large Twitter followings, you know, large different social media platform followings. That does not make them a leader. Let's be clear on that. That does not make them a leader. Everybody in the world was not born to be a leader. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put it like that. I don't even necessarily consider myself to be a true leader, you know what I'm saying? I'm just somebody who likes to give, you know what I'm saying? I don't even look at myself like I'm a true leader, like in the truest sense of what a leader provides, because that means that I'm trying to influence people, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't, like, because you're trying to influence somebody that's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Influence could be whatever you want it to be. When you try to influence people, you influence them by just being yourself and just telling them things that you want to do for yourself, or, you know, try to do things around the people around you to like see if that helps them want to like do better too. That doesn't mean like you telling them to do anything, like in the sense of how people look at influencers now, because like just because like somebody's like telling you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. But if somebody always tells you to do something, that's where the negative parts of influencing comes from. If somebody's not telling you to do anything, they're just telling you what they think would be a good idea, you know what I'm saying? Or how they think they could help the people around us. If they're just telling you their ideas instead of like telling you what to do, there's a difference. People that tell you what to do, those are the negative influencers, because they trying to like put a specific idea out there that they want everybody to follow. You don't have to do that, but a lot of times it works on a lot of people. Just because like somebody's like a famous actor, artist, musician, you know what I'm saying? They're famous for something, that does not mean that they want to be a leader. And you know, these same people, they can feel depressed too, you know what I'm saying? Because the pressure can hit you with those things I said. Like, just because you have a lot of followers on social media, that doesn't mean that them people really follow behind you, like in a sense like they got your back like that. A lot of people is out for themselves. Like, a lot of people are really selfish in the world. There's like so many different ways to be selfish that people don't even understand. What you do for people to see what they gonna do for you, you're being selfish. I'm gonna be honest with you. If your idea was like, oh, I give to people, I feel like I always give myself. I'm always giving myself. But then, oh man, they're not giving back to me the same things I'm giving them. You didn't ask them to do that. If you ask for help and somebody really wants to give help, they may not always know the right way to give it. But you know, if they're actually trying, like you can tell when somebody's actually trying to help. You know what I'm saying? You can tell these things. Like, you know that you should be able to notice the difference. Yeah, it's just what it is. Like, you should be able to tell the difference. Yeah, that doesn't mean that you are a real helpful person. It's because you always feel like you're giving yourself. There's a lot of people that claim they always give themselves, but they don't even see the stuff that people do for them, around them. One day they'll tell you that they know, but they don't really know. And I've personally experienced this with plenty of people I came across in this world that feel like they give a lot and they don't get back enough. I understand people gotta find their own inner peace. If your inner peace is to be a taker, then at least embrace it. That's all I would like you to do, is embrace that you're a taker. Don't say that you give and don't get back. You know what I'm saying? People like that, those people are honestly selfish at the end of the day, because you only giving your energy out into the world and doing good stuff in the world because you're expecting something to come back to you. If you're not expecting something to come back to you, then you wouldn't be upset when that person doesn't do that same exact thing back for you. Yes, that would be common courtesy, but that does not mean they have to. Like, if you just choose to do a good deed for somebody, if that's like one of those situations where like they say, oh, I did something good for you, so now you owe me one. If you're looking at it inside your head like, well, like they owe you something, I mean, you're not truly being a giver. Like, that's really more so like it's planting a seed. So when it grows, it's gonna give you fruit. You weren't really giving it anything. You just gave it enough so that it can give back to you forever. Yeah. So anyways, people can become depressed. No matter what your status is, you can be depressed. When these things keep happening to you over and over and over and over and over again, that can honestly cause people to become more suicidal. And once people get down that road, don't look at it like, oh, you can just tell you're suicidal. A lot of times you can't tell. A lot of times you can't even tell when you're actually starting to feel depressed. People use the word all the time, but don't actually know what the true feeling of feeling depressed really looks like. You'll lose $5 and they're like, oh, I'm depressed. I feel like a lot of people have that jump misguided, like have a very misguided approach to like how depression works. Basically, I run this up to say that the most support I've ever like really felt for myself is the time when I told y'all I was thinking about leaving YouTube. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm making this video today, because I didn't know how long it would take me to ever talk about like these kind of things, you know, like depression and suicide. But basically what I've been talking about is stuff that I was feeling. This is stuff that I was going through. I was going through a cycle of wanting to help people. If I try to help you and I don't help you in a way that you wanted me to help you, that doesn't mean that I still wasn't trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to downplay. Perception is like the biggest reason why I haven't really came out with these kind of things, because you know, me being light skinned and black, bro, that junk is not necessarily the best combo. Perception does be eating over me at times. I'm not trying to go through all out life. When you're light skinned, you're considered soft, you're sappy, you know, you're this, you're that. When you're black, you're looked at like the enemy. Imagine being both of those things. Imagine hearing people not even accepting you for what you are. When I tell people that I'm black, they're like, okay, you're black. What else you have in you? You black and white, you got a little Puerto Rican, you got X, Y, and Z. I show them my family, I can show them my darker cousin, my darker blood cousin. I can go through all of my family trees and stuff. It's the same exact blood. Why you can't just accept me for what I am? Why you trying to put some different label on me that's really not there? And I was thinking about leaving that time. That's because I was on the verge of like suicide. Not something I'm happy about, obviously not something I'm proud about. Me, again, trying to be helpful, you know, just thinking about others. I wanted to let y'all know that that video was probably gonna be my last one. I didn't want to just like do it and then I'm gone. Have people wondering what's like been going on. I wanted to at least give y'all some kind of ending. Remember saying like, oh yeah, okay, this is where the story ended. Whether or not you knew what really went down, at least that was my logic when I was doing it. It could sound stupid to some people, I understand that. But that was the logic that I had when I was going to leave. Because I was thinking about committing suicide. I really was. When people like continuously don't listen to you or don't really hear you or don't really listen to your ideas like that junk really eats at you. This junk eats at me even to this day. I've gotten past that day. Obviously you see me here today, but that does not mean that I am 100% over that junk. I've tried doing different things to like get over that feeling. For the most part it's been working, but there do still be some nights when I go to sleep and it just comes back and it hits me again. And when I see the people around me doing those same things again, you know, it just makes me feel like that again. You know, I feel like I'm going back into that space. No matter what is going on in my life, I don't care how I feel towards somebody. If they say they need me, then I'm there for them. I really be hoping that people are going to be that same way. And yes, you could look at that like, oh, well, in the sense that is being a taker. But I was like, I don't look at it the same way. I don't ask them to do it. I'm just like, if you would do it, it would make me happy. I like to just be heard sometimes, you know. That was one of my biggest things for making a YouTube channel. Just to be heard, you know, or to work on my self-confidence to talk to like bigger groups of people. I don't necessarily say I have social anxiety or nothing like that, or like I don't know how to talk in crowds of people. I know how to, but you know, that don't always mean I feel comfortable doing it. That's basically what this video is about. Hopefully y'all seen this one. This is the one I chose to post. By the time you've seen this, I have redone this video multiple times. Just know you should always have that kind of support. And like I said, I will always be that person that's there. People that play games, honestly, a lot of times when people do gaming channels, it's amazing how much I feel like gaming channels really help people going through other kind of things more than like a lot of other stuff. Because, you know, just being able to laugh and like feeling like you feel that kind of support from somebody, you know, somebody saying they always got your back, and you get to see it and actually get to see them respond and actually are like that, and they're not just putting on some kind of persona or, you know, just saying it just because it's the popular thing to do. You really feel that junk as a person who really been going through those kind of things. You don't notice at this point, but like I had to find an upbeat song, because I'm not trying to make this like sound like real sappy or nothing like that. I've done a great job to fight that kind of thing, and I just want to make sure that the people around me are finding ways to fight that too. I wouldn't want to hear this happen to any of y'all. Like, I don't ever like hearing somebody went out that way. I don't like hearing somebody went out, period. I wouldn't want to see that. I want everybody to live long, fruitful life. I'm even gonna still put the outro on there, because I like the energy I was saying in that outro. So I hope y'all are having a great winter, a good end of 2019, and I hope you get whatever you're looking for by Christmas time, you know. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then I just hope you're having a great month, a great start to the next year. And, you know, I'll just catch y'all in the next video, y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening. Hey, if you enjoyed that last video, please make sure to give your boy a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and there will be a video here, you know. Some will be personalized for you, some will be linking you back to them 22 days of Christmas. Hey, if you ain't seen all the rest of the videos, hey, make sure to go check those out too. And as always, it's been real, it's your boy, I'm out.